Welcome back to Rust Runes. I'm going to do the Aett spread today. We haven't done family clan rune reading for a while, so that will be our focus. Then we'll do some rune casting, okay? Just warming up the runes. Everything's cold. The weather is just frightful up there, so you need to warm them up. I'm using the Elder Rune set, which is 24 runes. This comes from the Germanic tribe. If I was using my Scandinavian Viking heritage, the Danish, I would be using the younger set, which is 16. That's actually the oldest set. So the Germanic one is a little bit newer. So here we go. Elders, what's the divine message for today? Okay, so if you've watched me before, you know that when I cast the runes, I put back all of the runes that do not have their symbol or the alphabet facing up to me. So those do not apply. If I cannot see the symbol, they do not stay on the board. Okay, so seeing that, then I take the clan strips. So this is the physical Aett. This is all talking about practical and earthly matters. So just like people live in clans or tribes, so do runes. So this is the first level. Then we have the emotional and mental Aett or clan. And then of course we have the spiritual Aett or clan. Now, Aett is Germanic. If I was using the younger or the Danish rune set, I would say Aett. Okay, so it's just a vowel enunciation difference. Okay, now I'm going to just casually put these in where their family strip lies. Okay, and then I'll work out the details of precision. So it looks like I have 3 on the spiritual Aett or family clan strip, and I have 3 here in the emotional mental clan, and then I have 4. So fairly balanced. So now let's put them in order. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nothing in the second rune position and nothing in the 8 rune position. Okay, so I have 24 runes in the Elder set. There's 8 runes that belong to each family or clan. I put them in numerical order from 1 to 8. I'm looking for patterns. I'm looking for a run of at least 3 vertically. That would be the most divine message for me. Nothing in that as far as this reading goes, but there are 3 in the spiritual Aett tonight. So let's look at the overall reading, and then I will specialize in what's the divine message here. Okay, so we have Thor's. This is Thor's hammer. So this is breaking out of stagnation. This is using your strategy and having calculated moves. Okay, I totally want to break out of the house. I've been snowed in, so I'm like totally want to hammer out some weather. Okay, this is Odin's rune. This is all about communication. This is Ansus. This is Kinas. This is the fire or the torch rune. Okay, this is using your skills and your assets to find solutions, overcoming misunderstandings, things like that. And then this is Gibo. If you watched the message last night, this was the issue or the focus point. So Gibo is one that my German grandmother always made sure she was doing. She was the queen of hospitality. So this is like male-female energy partnering giving and receiving, okay? Showing hospitality. Because if you didn't show hospitality, then you could lead yourself into poverty. Okay, so that was really big for her. She was all about that her whole entire life. This is Hagelas. This is the Hail rune. So this is what it looks like in the German rune set. Now, if I was using my Danish heritage, it would look like a snowflake or like a burst, like a firecracker in the sky. Okay, or like if a rock hit your windshield and it went burst. Okay, that's what that would look like in the Danish set, in the younger set. So this is Hagelas. This is a distractor. Okay, be careful of distractors, outside influences that might be tripping you up. You might need to seek a little solitude. This is Iza. This is the icicle rune. You know, chill out, get some clarity, control your vices. That way you can reap your harvest. This is the Jera rune. I always think of this as the harvest, like the tractor tire. That helps me remember this rune. So this is the Wheel of Fortune, completing a cycle. Sometimes we just have to go with the flow. This is La Goose, okay? This is seeking balance, introspection, okay? Going with the flow, listening to your psychic abilities. Because then you get to Ingwaz, which is the creative rune or the hearth rune. This looks more like a DNA strip. This is more the male fertility area here. So hearth, shelter, yield, good investment, gestation, cocooning up. We've definitely been cocooning up during this winter storm. And hopefully the storm will end and we'll have a break and it'll be a new day, right? So this is Dagus. This is the day rune. Looks like a butterfly. You're being released. You see the light. There's change coming up. New cycles coming up in your future. Okay. So that is the overall message. Now let's really concentrate on the divine message in the spiritual plane. Our guidance is to go with the flow. You know, trust your intuition. Make good choices so you can start a new cycle. You'll see the light and the opportunity. So that is the elder set. Now let us look at the family clan in the Aett form, in the younger rune set. Even though I don't have the younger rune set, I can peel off the runes that would not apply because there's only 16 in the younger or the Viking era rune set. So which runes would come off of our pile tonight? There's a total of 8 that don't belong in the set, but here's what would peel off the message for tonight. There would be no Giebel. We're fine here. There would be no Ingwaz. And there would be no Dagus. So that totally changes the message. So out of the 8 runes that do not apply in the younger rune set, we had 3 in tonight's message. So there isn't a run of anything. So the younger rune set would be break out of stagnation. Just be careful when you break the rules because it could weaken you. Make sure you use your calculations and your strategy correctly. You know, communicate with others. Let them know what the plan is. Be aware of temptations. You know, you have to use your skills and your assets. Overcome misunderstandings. Seek solutions. Keep away from those outside distractors. If you have to chill out, do so. Get solitude. Get control of your vices so that you can reap the harvest and have a wheel of fortune. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow and trust your intuition. Seek balance in your life. overcome those challenges. Okay, so that's the divine message for tonight. We went back to the family clan, or the Aetts, or the Aetts, depending on what nationality, what rune set you have. But thank you for chilling out with me and listening to the runes talk to you. And hopefully there was something here that triggered some moments for yourself and what you can do to continue to improve. Because the runes are here to help us make better choices and decisions. So hopefully there was something here that found you that you can work on, or that clarified or made sense to you that you're going on the right path. Okay? Talk to y'all later. Stay warm. Bye for now.